eBay has officially sent out the messages to sellers that you will be receiving a 1099 electronically through your eBay system if you sell over the threshold. What is that threshold? When will you get a 1099? Why will you get a 1099? And should you be concerned? Let's check it out. All right, welcome back into the channel, guys. That's right, eBay put out the official email. I got this last night at like dinner time, super weird, about the 1099 K forms that you'll get electronically. So let's wrap it up and let's start the video preface by saying I'm not a CPA. I can't give you financial legal advice. Please seek the advice of Mark II, not your dad's CPA. I'll link him down below if you need help. His website and his course and his training and his services are the best. He's a reseller and a licensed certified accountant who specializes in reselling, and he can help you with your tax questions, your tax needs, and your tax filings coming into 2025. So with that said, eBay sent this message, which I'll pop up probably over this shoulder, probably sounds good. We're reaching out to let you know that eBay has made changes to how it delivers Form 1099K to its sellers. You'll now receive this electronically. When the form becomes available, we'll notify you via email, and you can immediately and easily download your electronic form. As a reminder, we issue 1099Ks to sellers that meet the reportable criteria during a given calendar year. From 1099K is issued by January 31st of the next calendar year. So if you're going to get one, which we'll talk about in just a second, you will get it by January 31st of 2025, and that will have all of your reported sales numbers from 2024. Obviously, we have to get through 2024. December 31st comes and goes. January 1st comes, and they get 30 days to get it out to you, 31, whatever. You can update your delivery preference to receive a paper form 1099K at any time. We've also sent a copy of this message to the message center. If you have any questions or concerns, you can get in touch with them. So you can get this in the actual snail mail if you'd like. I don't know why you would need that. You just download it from your messages, save it as a PDF, and you have it on your computer. eBay going into the 1099K reporting, which they have a little chart that you can click on. And of course, I will link this all below. Everything will appear in the description box if you want to check it out afterwards. But I also went to the IRS site, which I will also link, and you can see their reporting. So this is based off of gross payments, okay? Gross sales. You don't pay taxes on gross sales. You pay taxes on profits less expenses. But your reported income is based on the gross sales, because they're just going to tell the IRS how much you total sold all in, price plus shipping. The sales tax is not included, just the price and the shipping that you charge. $20 plus $5 shipping is a $25 order. That's what your buyer handed you, was 25 bucks. And then you got to show all your shipping label costs and your fees and cost of goods, etc. So this, according to them for 2024, says gross payments last year was $20,200. Correct. It's always been $20,200. They're saying this year is $600 and any amount of transactions. Now, this is not correct. I don't know why eBay is putting this out there. I don't know why they are saying that this is the number, but right now, as of October 29th, when I'm recording this, eBay is stating if you do over 600, you're going to get a 1099, because that's what it was supposed to be. The IRS originally said by 2024, 2025, they were going to drop the threshold to 600. Anybody who did over $600 on any platform, be it eBay, Posh, Amazon, PayPal Direct, Venmo, Cash App, over 600 was going to get a 1099. Doesn't mean you owe taxes, just you were going to get one. But according to the IRS site, let's jump over to the IRS site. I'm going to pop it up here for you guys as well. Here is the IRS announcement that was updated November of 23 and then updated again in 24, I think in like March or April. So following feedback, when they initially announced that change, it says they delayed the new $600 Form 1099K reporting threshold for third-party payment organizations for the tax year of 2023. And the planning of threshold of $5,000 for 2024 is to phase in. So this is where the discrepancy is. eBay is still showing that 600, but according to the IRS website, which was updated, this is directly from the IRS, it's going to be $5,000 for this year. The agency is making 2023 another transition year, last year, which was, they kept it at 20,000 last year. What this means. So for tax year 2024, the IRS plans for a threshold of $5,000 to phase in reporting requirements. Taxpayers should be aware of the threshold. And then it just tells you what to do. It tells you about personal items, all that sort of stuff. It tells you what not report. Any personal transactions such as birthdays or holiday gifts, the share of cost of a meal or car ride if you send your buddy 20 bucks for an Uber, none of that has to appear on your tax forms. It says it clearly right on the IRS site. So I went ahead and also pulled up this screenshot. This was the update. So that one was November of 23. This one's from March of 24. So this was the final update that they have done, still showing a $5,000 phase-in, which is what they are still, put on here that it would go to in 2024. It says the Internal Revenue is debunking some of the facts versus the myths that the reporting threshold would not change for 2023. The reporting threshold requirements remained over 20,200 for last year, and that they were phasing in the 5,000 for this year. So here's some facts versus myths that the IRS also gives. People will get a 1099-K from friends and family sending them personal payments. We just went over that. You don't have to give people that 1099 or report that stuff if you're just paying for a pizza or getting an Uber ride, giving your buddy 20 bucks, whatever. If you do not receive a 1099, you do not have to report an income. That is a myth. That is a myth. According to federal law, all income, please pause this and replay it over and over again. All income is taxable unless it is specifically excluded by law. Taxpayers should report any profit from selling goods or services regardless of whether they receive a 1099. Individuals won't get a 1099 if they sold goods or services under the $20,000. Obviously, that was for 2023, so now it's different. The 2023 federal reporting threshold of 20,200 transactions was for 2023. Taxpayers owe taxes on the gross amount reported on 1099. That is a myth. The form provides the gross total amount, but just like anything else, you'll need to report your cost of goods, expenses, etc. People can only get a 1099 if they're running a business. That is false. If you actually, as an individual, just sell stuff on a marketplace and you do a couple $1,000s in sales, you absolutely, if you did 5,000, could get a 1099. There's nothing available to help individuals understand their Form 1099, and that is a myth. The IRS has a bunch of information on their website. So, as far as everything here says, it is still $5,000 for this year, but eBay has it on their site as $600. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that eBay either A, hasn't updated their site, I will reach out to them immediately, or B, eBay is going off of the premise that they have to do it for $600 and they're not aware of it. And I can't imagine the higher ups at eBay are not aware that it's a $5,000 phase-in according to the IRS's own website. Or the IRS needs to update their website, but I'm going to go out on a big limb and say it's eBay that's wrong, not the IRS. I don't know. Maybe eBay has made their own arbitrary decision. Again, I will ask them, I will reach out, their own arbitrary decision to do it at $600 regardless. So there is no law that says they can't send you one just because the threshold is $5,000. If you do say $600, $800, they can still arbitrarily decide to send you one on their own. That is up to them. That's their decision. So as it stands right now, if you do over 600, you probably are going to get a 1099 from eBay, but do not panic. It does not mean you owe money. It does not mean you do not report it. It means you report it. It means you put in all your expenses, all your cost of goods, all the materials you bought, everything, your fees, your shipping labels, the labels you buy on eBay, the material you pack it in, the boxes, the bubble wrap, the envelopes, and then you come up with a profit, and then you get dinged as a tax percentage. So you could do, let's just say, you could do 10,000 bucks in sales on eBay, right? Let's say that your fees and your cost of goods and everything is 50%, which is a fair number. You made $5,000 in profit, okay? And then you had expenses. You bought materials, you bought boxes, you bought things, you paid for an accountant, you paid me for listing services, whatever. And your real profit was only $4,000, right? You spent $1,000 on the rest of that stuff. Well, on $4,000, if that's your only income, you might only be in a 20% tax bracket. You may only owe $800 or $600 or whatever it amounts to, right? You did 10,000 in sales, people start freaking out going, oh my God, I'm going to owe 30% of my taxes. I'm going to owe $3,000, $4,000. No, you owe taxes on the profit. And depending on how much total income you bring in and your filing situation, married, jointly, single, other jobs, whatever, you will fall into some percentage of a tax bracket, and then it's based on that. And then you also get standard deductions and other things. So, there's a lot that goes into these. I'm not an IRS person. I'm not a tax consultant. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a lawyer. I can't give you legal and financial advice. I'm telling you to seek out a CPA. I'm just giving you an example. So don't freak out when you get the 1099, which you guys may get if you hit 600 bucks. That's my video. That's my story for today. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for sending it to me. Thanks everyone for providing that. As always, thank you for being here on the channel. If you could hit that like button and subscribe, come back and watch future videos. Do not miss it. And if you need more help on eBay, not tax related, if you need help with your sales, your audits, your reviews, your listings, your pricings, and everything else, I'm happy to help. Rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I work with you for 1 week, 2 weeks, or 4 weeks, your choice. And we'll get your store back in shape and get your sales up and take advantage of all these people that are spending Christmas money. As always, enjoy your night, be productive, be safe, make that money, and I'll see everyone next time.